Baby wipes for it.
You bloody Hakeem.
Niggas who use tissue paper got shit.
You can leave your little shit stains on the bed. It's all good.
I got a resupply of 365 wipes coming on the way.
God damn.
Are we all getting off or what?
No, we waiting, nigga.
Nah, I don't feel like playing no more.
No, uno más.
Bro, it's just a trash night, bro.
I'll chill in here.
I'm literally dropping donuts.
I didn't drop donuts. I dropped 2 kills with 5 assists.
That's
Yeah,
considered donuts, thing.
Hakeem Loki holding me back.
Damn. It's fucked.
Bro, what are you doing? Are you learning how to shuffle or some shit?
I know how to shuffle.
Why are you doing that? Like, is that just like your fidget spinner?
Yeah.
Hold up. I'm organizing my closet so I can show like MTV Cribs. I don't have to hang this shit up though. I'm full of shit.
MTV Bribs.
MTV Bribs. You're gonna see like all of the varieties of clothes that I don't have. You feel me?
Color City Rip.
Yeah, it's all about jackets or shirt. Nigga, you don't wear shit at a party, nigga. Nobody could even see your outfit. Like, them niggas that be wearing designer shit just to get fucking beer and alcohol.
Designer shit is the best way to go, nigga.
Just to get stepped on. That's stupid. Wear designer shit to, like, a football game or what is it called? Performance or some shit like that. Not to fucking party, nigga.
Alright, nigga, alright. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Relax.
This is what religious niggas do, bro. They try to.
He was in the gospel. He believed in God, whatever. But anyways, God gave him a vision, and he said, "This is gonna happen in this time." And he supposedly had a bunch of requirements, and the requirements said the second coming Christ was gonna come. No one knows when, no one knows where, but he just said at one time this is gonna happen. These are the requirements. It had requirements to it, and boom, that was that. And obviously nowadays we read it, we don't really care about it, you know, we just kind of read over it. We try to apply things that actually we can apply now, you know. But anyways, there's this other, like a similar religion to Christian Protestant that's called Christianity, and then it's called Church of God. And that's literally what it's called. So it's similar, it's a variance. There's so many variances to this stuff. But anyways,
Jesus Christ, we love you, God.
This guy, so his name was Ansan Mohum or something like that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. And he was born in Asia, and he did all the requirements that were in the book of Daniel. He lived to be 33 years old. He like devoted his whole life to like religion and Christianity. He wrote like the future, pretty much, the tabernacles. A lot of people did not understand or like listen to him. Like back in the day, no one believed Christ was Christ, you know. Like, oh, who's this guy? You know, this guy's no one, you know.
Yeah, because there was people before Christ, so they like
exactly. Who are you? Exactly. Same thing over here with Asia. No one believed them. Like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? And then boom, he died, and then everybody's like, yo, going back to the book of Daniel, this guy matches the description, whatever. So they started reading what he did. His whole life, he committed to writing books about the future, about Zion, which is a place in the world. And I don't know if you guys read Apocalypse, but Apocalypse is like the last chapter of the Bible.
Definitely
and that's where people get, the zombie apocalypse, you know, which is the world's gonna end, and zombies gonna start appearing. I don't believe in that, but I do believe in the apocalypse itself.
Man, we about to get hit with a big ass asteroid.
And the apocalypse itself is some scary ass shit. Like you literally have 3-headed monsters coming out of the ocean, and like
why are you scared?
Stuff like that.
Exactly.
You know?
Christian, what the fuck y'all scared for? Y'all
not making eternal life.
Go to heaven.
Why do you want eternal life? That's
Bro, Missy, do you really believe that we came to this earth? God put us on this earth to do whatever we want.
We're really gonna get into this at 3 a.m., bro. We're really gonna get into this at 3 a.m.
You wanted to get into this at fucking Missy?
I just wanted to give you guys a little run up. That's it.
Man, I don't want to hear none of your preacher shit, man.
All right, Caesar's one of them. Hakeem's one of them, and Roto.
No,
I mean, you guys have been in it. I already told you guys already, so you guys already checked off. You know what I mean?
There's a difference between me and Caesar and Roto, because Caesar just doesn't give a fuck and doesn't believe in that shit at all. Me, I know some shit about it, and I was around like Christian people. and I go to Christian meetings and I understand what they believe in. It's just that I do not believe in the stories that they believe in. There's so many contradictions in the Bible. There's so many.
I
I
agree.
just
It's a hard
believe
book
it's
to
just
read
us.
myself. I
I
don't read
just
it
believe
often.
it's just us.
I'll say that right
Like
now.
they just put those stories in there to keep people in check. Like it's just literally a check
Yes,
system.
in the Catholic, that's why
I feel like
Catholicism
Jesus
is a
was
whole
just
different
like
thing.
a face to it. Like
No, Catholicism was a whole different thing, and I have a lot of like actual factual stuff of Catholicism. And
okay, but do you believe in like the Big Bang?
Catholicism
Jesus
is
Christ.
really sketchy.
We love you, God.
Like actually, like if you're like a diehard Catholic, there's a slight chance that you might actually be worshiping something else. You know what I mean? And that's a whole fucking story
Jesus Christ.
to
we love
tell.
you, God.
You have to pull dates. You got to do that kind of stuff. You know?
So I don't know, Missy. It's just that.
I don't expect you to know, bro. You don't know much about it, so it's not like you're gonna tell me what to do.
You don't believe I know much about it, but I know much about it. People tell me a lot about it. Like Christians are just so judgmental and like they contradict themselves so much. Like
Some of them are, yeah. Some of them are fake Christians too. There's a lot of fake Christians. They say
Exactly.
they are, and they really aren't. You know, a lot of them, majority.
Well, okay, and I got a question for you. Do you believe that there's only one way? There's only one path to God.
One path. What do you mean by that?
Oh,
I believe. No, listen,
got that
listen.
nigga.
I believe that your relationship with God, everybody has to have one. That's what I believe, and depending on how it is,
That's not what I asked you.
that's all. No, listen. Let me finish. I don't believe there's only one religion. No one knows there's only one religion. There's Muslim, Hebrew, whatever, different types of religions. No one knows really. You know, it's all faith based. It's all like, do you believe what you're hearing in church? Do you believe what this is happening? That's up to you. That's up to the individual. But what I believe is your walk with God and Jesus. How healthy is that? So yeah, I mean, I do believe in God and Jesus. So if you don't believe in either of the two, then in my eyes, then yeah, you don't believe. You know what I mean? Personally, just through my experiences growing up as a kid, where I'm at right now, everything I've gone through, that's my belief. So I don't know if that answers your question. You know, I don't know if every religion. I could tell you why I don't believe in other religions. I could tell you that from my standpoint, my views, and what I've read.
Exactly.
But
Give me
I
one.
don't
Give
know.
me one.
You know, like.
Give me one. Why don't you believe in it?
Like Jewish, for example.
Yeah, tell me why you don't believe in the Jews.
They're living in like those times. They're living in the Old Testament. They don't believe in the New Testament. So they still believe in the Bible, but they just believe in the Old Testament. And they still live in that type of value, like thinking they don't believe Jesus. They don't believe Jesus was a God too. They don't believe that.
Exactly. I don't believe Jesus was a God either.
They believe Jesus was just a prophet, and he talked about God, but he wasn't himself God. And that's where Jewish and Christians and Catholics kind of just split roads. It's like you want to go left, you want to go right. Like there's no middle. So I personally don't believe that immediately right away. That's a red flag.
I mean, I feel like you just can't argue with religion. Like people gonna
It's hard.
believe
It's
in what
hard.
they believe
Yeah.
in. It's not hard. You just can't. Like
Okay, what's another one? Mormon. Like they have a lot of sketchy stuff.
But to you, it's sketchy.
Like just starting
To them, it's not.
starting with like having multiple wives and stuff like that. Like
why? Why is that sketchy? See, that's exactly.
that doesn't really make sense
because
That's a
it's based
different
on
thing though. Like that's how they
monogamy.
grew up, so they don't think it's weird. They think
Exactly.
it's normal.
Exactly.
Now if they look at your religion,
how
they'll see like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Why do you have one wife? You can have two.
Exactly. So just the way you're judging them for having multiple wives, we judge you for viewing Jesus as
Like I said,
God Almighty.
everything is faith based. The reason I believe that what I believe in is because I've either seen examples in the Bible or heard about it or just witnessed it myself.
But what is the Bible, Missy? What is the Bible?
Things like basic things, Hakeem. You don't have to go
Humans wrote a Bible.
Everybody expects to see miracles like right before their eyes. Before you want to see that tree, you're like, okay, God, if you're real, catch that tree on fire right in front of me right now. God doesn't work like that. He doesn't. He's not gonna waste your time trying to
But why
prove
do you need a
himself to
Bible,
you.
though?
You know.
Who
Then you have
wrote
to
the
kind of
Bible?
humble your. You have to
But the
humble
thing
yourself.
is,
person?
Missy, do you not
Did one
understand
person?
we were all
A
manipulated?
lot of people wrote the Bible. A lot of people, mainly
Exactly.
people
It's
like his
based-
disciples. He had
That's
12
like,
disciples, as you
if
guys
you
know,
think about it, it's
that
bullshit,
followed
though,
him.
'cause, like,
That followed him.
Missy,
It's not.
but the
bullshit.
stories
They followed
that are
him.
written,
And he'd tell those stories are from the perspectives of those disciples.
No.
What they would see, and their gospels.
most of the shit that's in the Bible, not shit, but the most of the stuff that's in the Bible is actually
God.
based off of real stories. The Great Flood, the
Yeah, Noah's Ark, exactly.
all of it. Yeah, no, like exactly. The Great Flood happened, and then they put Noah's Ark in there to teach a lesson. Like the
Yeah.
Great Flood is proven, but then you have Noah's Ark. Like, how the fuck do you get every single? It's impossible, not possible, to get every single animal in one fucking place at one time. Like that's two of every animal on one fucking boat. That don't even sound right. Like there's no way you can get every species on one fucking boat. Not happening. Like
Hey,
it's
Hakeem,
just a story
take a step back.
to help
There's
people.
no. Let me talk. There's no man-made way of getting every animal and every. You know. I agree. Man-made? You want to? Hey, Hakeem, go get me all the fucking. Fuck that, dude. You can't do that.
But
But
what
God
do you
can.
mean?
He has the power. He can do whatever he wants. He made everything. He made the planets. He made.
But why would he? Why
He
would
made
he
light
just
and
not
day. He
just
made
teleport
whatever,
them
you know?
up and then put them back down?
Teleport.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
Why would he make a story of
Teleport. Whoa.
putting them all on a boat? It doesn't even make sense.
Okay, if
Like
he has
it's
that
just
power,
a story.
if he has that power, why does it just? There's no point of telling him if he could just have the Great Flood, make him disappear for like a
Exactly.
second, and then.
Yeah, but what's the whole point of that? Like, no
Why
one
have-
learns
Because
from
it's
that.
a story, Missy. It never happened.
What's the whole
That's what
point
I'm
of telling
trying to tell you.
someone?
It's just
Oh
to
my
teach
God.
kids and teach people that can't understand the concept of
If God exists,
You
why,
do
the, great,
this
why
right?
the Great Flood happened in the first place?
To wipe out all the people that didn't believe Caesar. Answer your question right there.
no, that's not
Why
the
is the apocalypse? Why is life gonna end like that? Well,
That's a whole
Because
you're
we're
asking
bullshit.
questions that are really like, you know, abstract. They're abstract questions. What I mean by that is
Screenshot
like
didn't happen.
it doesn't like our
Okay,
minds
wait.
don't process
Why
it.
did-
Mine,
why did you
yours,
just-
I said screenshot or it didn't happen.
our minds
Wait.
can't process
Missy,
like
okay, Missy,
what goes
Missy,
on.
Missy, Missy.
That's what
Why
I'm
do
saying.
you
People
believe
nowadays
Jesus-
want like proof, like video
We
proof.
don't.
Or,
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
no shit.
proof. We don't need proof.
What do you
but-
mean? Roto's
Well,
just
what I'm
saying screenshot. He wants proof. He wants to see something. he wants to witness
Missy,
it with his
it's
eyes.
Not
You know.
about, it's not about that.
That's not how it works.
just-
You have to believe first, Roto.
We've been
Once you believe and you're
brainwashed
in
our whole
it, then
fucking
you'll
lives,
see it. You'll be
Missy.
like, oh, you're right. Damn. It was that easy?
No.
Damn, bro. I
We've
should have done
been
this
brain-
years ago, not now.
So what? God
But-
gonna smack the memory into my brain or some shit?
No, it doesn't work like that, bro.
What's the-
You
hold
got
on,
you
hold
got
on.
to put in work for anything. Like in AutoZone, when you clock in, you clock out. You're working. You know, customer comes up to you, you answer their questions. So now you have to do that, but
I mean,
you know, for him.
sometimes it's bullshit.
So you gotta go and you gotta read the book and analyze and actually annotate and see what's going on.
I mean,
You know.
okay, that's. I mean, for the most part, it's true, but sometimes I give him bullshit advice.
I don't know, bro. It's like
But why did
I-
Jesus-
I'm
why did
not
Jesus-
perfect myself, so who am I to tell you? What you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just what I believe. That's just I believe it.
Yeah, that's
it.
fine. But this.
I'm a
what
factual.
I,
I'm an engineer for a reason. Like I like facts. I like to read about it. I like to
Yeah, but you
solve
don't got
complicated
facts
problems.
for fucking God.
Like, do you
It's
not
not that I
think
don't have
like
facts,
they
bro. Like you just
brainwash
gotta. It's a
us with everything,
faith-based
Missy?
religion. It's a
Especially back in those
supernatural.
days.
Back
They
in those
brainwash
days.
us with anything. Like, if they wanted you to fucking, they could say anything to brainwash you to do anything.
Why do we have this conversation so late? It's like already 3. I should have started this
You,
like at
you
10.
the one who brought up religion.
Wait, how did it even start? I forgot how it started. What was the base?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Trying to go on a fucking psychiatrist.
Caesar knows.
Fucking.
Yeah,
What is it?
why
One of
you
those,
trying to
like,
evaluate our
therapist
fucking
bullshit.
family life?
Oh yeah. That's
You
how it
wanna-
started.
My name is
Bozo.
Caesar. Hi, Caesar. I'm here because
Caesar.
I'm here because my
Caesar,
mom and my
Caesar.
dad does not live with each other. Now, Missy, do you know like that shit does not matter? Like there's scientific studies to prove that yes, it matters, and oh, you will be better off
Okay,
financially.
listen. This is
But like,
let's take a step back. This is why I think it matters because my parents and my uncles, aunts, etc. They're a big impact on my personal life. So I see it as in, yo, if I didn't have my dad or I didn't have my mom or aunts or whatever you name it, I don't like my life would just be completely different. You know what I mean?
yeah,
All
of
right,
course.
Like, it just be
but
like, I
nobody's
like-
fucking life can be the same.
What I'm trying to
nigga.
say is like I have like a support system and like literally everywhere I go and stuff like that. Like you know,
And-
my cousins,
and I
uncles,
do
they
too,
check
yo.
in.
Nigga,
They
we
call
all
me,
do.
yo, how you doing? How's everything? My
And
parents,
Caesar
you know,
does too.
they're like, yo, you know, you're going to school, you're trying to get your degree, do work, you know, and they're just supporting me in everything I do. That's what I'm trying to say.
I understand, but
But
why do you say
just
your
make
life
it sound
is
like
better
we got a
than?
shitty life.
Yeah,
Like, we don't
exactly.
have a
No,
shitty
I did.
life.
No, of course not.
Yes,
I didn't say you had a
Yes,
shitty
you
life.
did.
You just have
You
like.
said it's sad that our parents didn't stay together.
Yes.
You literally said that.
It's okay. Let me.
That
What happened,
You know,
Roto?
say
You
what
want
you
to
do.
talk? Chime in, Roto.
is true. I mean, I'm not talking shit, but I'm just agreeing with
You're
them.
saying you're agreeing. Okay, I mean, if it's a majority, okay, I probably did say. That's why I'm okay. I probably said that because like what I just said right now. Can you guys not put it together? What I just said right now.
We're putting
like,
it together for you.
I have
homie.
I have all this support, and that's what I'm saying. Without it, like
But
it'd be
yeah,
huge.
but-
So now
That's-
you
okay,
guys,
there
that
you go, there
it's
you
a
go.
whole
Look.
different.
Okay, exactly, but it's based off of perspective because you saying you
Based
have
off
all of this.
perspective, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
you saying you
there.
have all
okay,
of
let's
this
agree
support,
there.
right, Missy?
Let's shake hands
and
right
then
there.
What happens
End
if
it.
that support is gone? You're gonna be fucked.
I mean,
You're gonna
who
be
knows?
broken.
Yeah, it would be a whole different life. Yeah,
Exactly,
it'd be like
but
completely
you can't say anybody else's life is better because of this.
I
Like,
didn't say that. I didn't say it's better or worse. I just say it's a different life. It's a completely different life, and that's what you don't want to agree on. You're like, no, I'm the same person. I'm the same Hakeem. Like,
I'm not
dad or no
saying
dad,
I'm the same
person. You know?
person, but I'm-
You're not.
I'm-
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
but you can't
it's completely
compare
different.
yourself to something that didn't happen. Like,
I know, because you open, Pandora's box and you just start putting variables out there.
yeah, it's
I know.
ifs. Like we can go with ifs all the time.
all day. Yeah, like will you?
But
you know,
I think that's like another thing to brainwash us. They say, oh, you need your parents in your life because of this. Oh, most black people are in jail because they don't have both of their parents. Like, no, it's way more to
okay.
do with that. They just
Let's
throw
back
that
up.
shit in there
That has
to
a
brainwash
big.
you.
Do you agree with that?
No, nigga,
The stuff
it's
like, if you-
brainwashing,
if-
bro.
okay.
They say black on black crime. Do you believe in that? Do you believe in black on black crime is a major thing, or is it based off of fucking the people that live in the areas? Black people can't fucking have crime with
But
white people when they live in a fucking
is it
suburbs.
not true that like
It makes no
if
sense.
you grow up with no parents, let's just say for example, you grow up with no parents, that child develops and is shaped differently. Do you agree with that or disagree?
Yes, obviously.
Okay, there you go. You just won your own result. That's all I'm trying to say.
But
It affects.
that kid is no better than a kid that grew up with his parents, that had grandparents that were married for the rest. Like it, that kid, there's no.
It's just
better.
what I'm trying to say is that kid experienced differently, different values growing up. That's what I'm trying to say.
Every kid
like different-
experiences
Exactly,
different
and
values,
based
nigga.
off
The
of
different
what
values, like like seeing. I
and
guess
you can say, and some people will say that the kid that had no family is stronger than the kid that has a family. Look at Edwin. Look at Edwin right now. He had his mom and his dad his whole life. Look at him
Okay.
going fucking crazy because it's not based off of that. It's based on the person you are.
What do you mean by crazy though? What do you mean by crazy?
This nigga is wild as fuck. Like he's doing coke and shit. Like this, his parents want him to do. He was a church kid. He was going to church every Sunday. He was going. Like, what do you mean? He's like the perfect kid to
Okay, now let's back
to
up.
show.
That's Edwin's life. That's Edwin's life. He chose
Exactly.
what he's
so you
doing.
can't say it's based off of that because some people will look at our situations and say, well, this kid has a 4.0 and this kid had his like it's not based off of that. It's based off of what type of person you are.
True. And
Once
that's
you
what I
develop
don't see.
to-
That's what I'm saying. Like you see it, Caesar, everybody else can chime in. I understand that. That's what I want to learn. That's why I was having the conversation in the first place, like about because like when have you heard Caesar talk about like my dad this, my dad that? Like never. That's what I'm saying.
Because that's not something we really
I know.
care about. Like that's not something we need.
Yes,
we
I
need
know.
it in our life.
I'm made aware of that now. That's that. That's all I'm trying to say. I didn't say it's an advantage or disadvantage. Well, it is a disadvantage in a way. That's all I'm
Why
saying.
is it a disadvantage? Missy, that's like
Oh my
me saying
God.
it's a disadvantage from you not living in Hollywood than you living in the projects. Like the kid living in Hollywood got it's a different. You can't compare it. Like it's ifs. Because there's kids that's living in Hollywood coked out at fucking 13
True.
years old.
True. Yeah.
There's kids
But
that's in the
there's
projects
also-
that
but there's
knew
also
that
ki-
seen
okay,
the
wait.
bad things and learned
But there's
from
also
that
kids
shit
in
and grew.
Hollywood who like are getting these opportunities to become stars and shit like that. That too.
And
that
then
happens
there's
too.
kids that's coming out of the hood, coming straight out of high school, becoming
to
football
pick
players
college.
too.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
you can't
Yes.
compare it. Like it's
That's true.
Like
That's
nowadays,
true.
the problem is
I
everybody
agree
wants
with
to
that
put
point.
a label on everything. They want to say it's black on black crime. They want to say it's because they didn't have no family. They want to say, oh, because he shot up the whole school because he
Yeah,
played Call
media-
of Duty.
yes,
They want to put a
media-
label on every
media
fucking
labels
thing.
everything. I
But
agree with
that's
that
not,
too.
It's about the person.
It's
not
about the person, yeah.
the past they had.
It's about the person. Exactly.
It's about how
Everybody
they deal
has
with
a
trauma
decision.
and shit like that.
There you
It's
go,
about-
yeah. And some people deal with trauma better than others. That's what I'm trying to say. And having parents and stuff like that you're close with helps you deal with your problems a little better than not having a parent or a significant other. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, exactly.
Nah.
You
It's
can't say
slightly-
that because it
It makes it
depends
slightly
on the
better. That's all I'm
person.
saying.
No,
I mean, okay,
because
but
okay, if your
it's probably
parents is
right.
telling you what to do every single time, if you go to school and the kids are talking about you, you come back to your parents and your parents say, "Okay, it's okay, just ignore them." You have your parents; they're telling you to ignore them, but that's not the fucking situation. Now you go in the real world and somebody says, "No, you're not qualified for this job because you're this, this, and this." Now you don't know how to fucking deal with that situation because you're just going to ignore it instead of learning how to deal with the situation. It's not based on problems; it's based on what
Exactly.
you learn.
Yes, I agree.
So you can't say nobody's better or have it better off. Like it's based on society. It's like you can't say that. I just don't believe. I feel like we all are created equal. People are homeless now. Like they're all going through.
And they're
rough times,
homeless.
but-
They're homeless due to their actions, due to what they did. They're homeless for
No,
a reason. Many
no.
of them. Yeah,
No,
some
that's
people
not
get
true.
fucked over.
There's some people. There's a lot of veterans that serve this fucking country to get out of the military to
That
go
too.
straight to nowhere and end up on the streets for the rest of their life because nobody wants to get them the job. Because this is fucking America we live in. These
It's all
people don't
corporate
give
greed.
a fuck.
It's all corporate, yeah. It's all money, money, money. Money makes the world go round.
Exactly. It's all about making money, and you know how that's why they put labels on everything so they can easily make money off of it. Oh, this area, let's put fucking cops in this area because these kids is violent, and we gonna send them all to jail. Like what
Yeah.
the fuck?
No, yeah, discrimination still
Why?
exists.
Why?
I
Why
agree.
do they do that? Because they make money off of these kids while they're in fucking jail.
Yeah.
It's all money. It's all like
Yeah. Honestly, Hakeem just gave us all a lesson. And
it's,
well
that's
done.
why I don't believe in all of that bullshit. You can't believe in all of the bullshit.
You're a
these
smart
white
kid.
people
You're
try
a
to
smart
fucking
kid.
brainwash you with. That's why I don't believe in.
Well, like,
fucking
like that's the thing. I wasn't trying to brainwash you guys. I'm not trying to like make you guys believe.
I understand, but what I
I'm
believe
giving you
is
guys-
you're already brainwashed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You just was about to tell us how our fucking life was horrible because we didn't have both. of
No,
our parents.
not horrible. You make what you said it really clean right now. You make what you take from it. That's how it is, and that's how everybody's life is, and I agree with it. That's how it is. It's just I took it personal. That's the only reason I said what I said is because I took it to a personal approach, seeing how I am in my life. That's all I was trying to say. But like, obviously the points you made make sense, and I agree with it. I agree 100% everything you said.
Yeah, because
That's
it's
all I'm saying.
It can be.
Your
scientifically
perspective is
proven.
completely different from my perspective, though. Can we agree on that part?
Oh, about based on what?
Not based on what, just
on
different perspectives, like
Oh, of
living,
course.
like living,
Of
like
course.
yeah,
We
like
grew
your
up in
daily.
we-
Exactly.
Even if we did grow up in the same neighborhood, we're two different people. Our perspectives are going to be different. There's
what I'm
twins
saying.
that don't have the same perspective.
Yeah, that's true too. Similar, they have a lot of similar perspectives, but in a way they have different because every day you have
We're
a choice.
all emotional beings. Like you're gonna feel
Exactly.
different than the next person.
Exactly. Some people might take it lightly. Some people might take it a little more heavy. It just depends. And yeah, you made me realize a good point.
That's why some people believe in religion and then others
Don't. Yeah. And I've had a lot of times like I try to it forces me like to get closer for myself, you know, and my problems and things like that. Because sometimes when I can't prove a point and like I kind of get kind of less quiet, I'm just like, I'm rethinking it. I'm like, why is that? You know, I kind of question it again. You know, revisit.
Damn, is God real?
No, like not things like that.
Come on, man.
Like I know he's real, and I mean, if you guys choose not to believe him, that's a choice.
No,
and
but
I'm not
wait,
gonna
I
lead you to that.
I don't
But, like,
fully disagree, but I'm just saying that I'm
I'm just saying
so I don't
yeah.
fully like.
Grasp it.
I'm not
it's
saying
hard
I'm
to
not
grasp.
no
It's
I'm
not
not
hard.
saying I'm
The
not
way
saying
I'm
he actually
saying though,
doesn't exist. I'm just saying like there's something. My belief is like there's probably is something like higher than
a
us.
supernatural. Okay.
Yeah, higher than us, but I'm not sure exactly what. I'm not gonna say it's fucking God, but it's something else. I'm not sure.
No, it is God. That's what That's what they mean by
Okay,
higher up.
a God
I just
then.
don't believe
Like a
in
god,
A
Jesus.
God.
a supernatural. Those are all the
Or
same
the
terms.
God. I don't believe in the God then. Like
A
it
creator.
just
We could call it a creator. We could call it. There's so many words for adjectives. You know what I mean?
yeah. That but yeah, that's something. Yeah, like I'm open to like
A lot of people.
listen to
Yeah.
shit like what it could be, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna believe in it.
Yeah, it's
And
interesting to see what people believe in. Like
yeah.
I'm not saying I don't believe in it, so
And
it's fuck
obviously, like
all of
yeah,
y'all are fucking brainwashed and crazy. It's cool to see what people believe in, but it's just that I don't personally
personally,
believe in
and that's a personal
these
decision.
specific things.
And that's
And
the
I don't
thing.
like when these specific things
Push it onto you.
try to
Yeah.
make other people say you're wrong because of this and you're wrong because of this. Because if some of these other cultures came to our fucking culture, you guys say thou shalt not kill but eat animals. Like, what the fuck is that? You guys wear your hair out. Like, it's based on cultural views. It's not. You can't tell people they're wrong because of this.
Right.
Indians will come over here and say you wear deodorant. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, there's like,
Exactly.
you can't say who's wrong or right. So that's why I just think like everybody should just stay in their lane. You believe, you believe. There's some people that go through traumatic events and then automatically start believing into something.
Exactly.
Like, some
Exactly.
people get
Yes.
brainwashed
Thank
into
you.
believing into something because their parents made them think this way and stump it in their head. Like,
I mean, yeah, and then like the word term brainwash comes also like following the crowd and not doing your own work. That's what I'm saying. You got to do your own work. You got to, if you're gonna believe something, you're gonna spend a good amount of time
exactly,
finding out is it actually the truth and googling stuff and you know what I mean, like
but the
finding
thing is,
out
with
and
being
scratching the
brainwashed, you
surface.
don't know that there's a difference. Like, the people that was in Hitler's time, they was fucking following killing Jews, not because it was right. It's because they didn't
Just
know
because
anything
they didn't know
better.
any better. Yeah, they're just kind of like forced to like
You can't
either
say
be
that
in the
they're bad
army or
people
exactly. That's why
because they
everybody
didn't
says
know
Hitler was
anything
really bad
else.
because that's what Hitler did. They pretty much
And you
took
can't
control
really
of all
say
those people.
Hitler was even bad because
Okay, now we gotta
he
calm
was
down a little bit.
Oh,
no,
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because Christians believe sin is sin, right? So if you lie and somebody killing, it's still sin. It's
I
still
sin every day.
not following the perfect.
He said every day. How so?
I don't know. What's the sin?
Oh my God.
But anyway, what I'm saying is, you can't. Hitler killed Jews because he was raped by a Jew. He killed Jews because his parents were Jewish or whatever, and they abandoned him. So he had PTSD from all of that shit. So he believed his way of doing this is killing everybody. Kids do it today. He just was more intellectually powered to have a whole bunch of followers to do a mass genocide. People fucking today would do that shit.
True, that nigga can give a good damn speech.
So you can't really fucking say that he's a bad person because there's shit that
Hakeem.
caused him. Like,
I think
people say Hitler is the
you're off
devil.
track.
Like, what the but you guys believe that God created all of us.
That's true. Yeah.
Like,
I
I
mean, they
literally
just
went
they
on
say
Wednesday.
that, but like they say that like some people think of it literal, but most people think of it like figuratively. Like he's like the devil because of what he did, not necessarily like he
No, no,
is
no,
the
no,
actual
no.
devil. Just is what
Literally,
he did, you know.
no, I'm telling you, I went to a Christian. I swear to God, Missy, I went to a Christian thing on Wednesday, and they were telling me how I was like the Aztecs ripped people's hearts out for sacrifice to the gods. They said, no,
Yeah,
no, no,
that's
no,
some
no.
sketchy shit.
Those people are godless. They're Christians. These are hard Christians. They're telling me those people are godless.
God.
There was no God
Well,
in that society.
they
Well,
believe in
that makes
different
no
gods.
sense.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Exactly. It makes
And
no sense.
there's only one,
And who
supposedly,
the fuck
according to
would they
Christian
sacrifice
views,
the
there's
hearts
only
to
one
then?
God.
Who the fuck would they sacrifice the hearts to if they had no God?
No, they
Exactly.
did
What
have
the,
Because they had one.
they had multiple gods. Oh well, they had. Do you guys know anything about the Aztecs? Greek
No,
mythology?
they had
I'm just saying what Hakeem said, like with how they're saying they have no gods,
Yeah, they're
but they had
saying,
to have
they're
one.
God. Yeah, like I
There'd
was
be no
like,
point in
what
doing the
about all of
fucking
these places that?
sacrifices.
Well, they're probably yeah. I mean, they're probably talking about there no God, like no God as in the God they believe in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. They have no guidance. They have no God. They had no morals. He literally told me that to my face. They have no morals. They had no morals.
How'd you take that?
Morals. I just shut up because you can't argue with somebody that believes in a book that they read and follows every fucking scripture. Like,
Here we
what can
go.
you say?
Here we go,
They
Hakeem.
follow it. You can't convince them anything else. Like, you can't say anything. You say, "Good job. You believe in this. Good job." Like, I'm not. I don't believe in it. Cool. You stay your way. I stay my way. I don't give a fuck what you believe in. To be honest, like, that's your opinion. That's fine. But you're not about to tell me
That's my
what the fuck to believe in. And most of their shit is contradict. Like, you can't say "Thou shalt not kill" and then fucking eat chicken. Like, it makes no sense. Thou
Well,
shalt not kill what?
kill another human being, bro. Like,
No, that's not what the Bible says. It says "Thou shalt not kill." They always
No.
want to. Yeah. Oh my. See, that's what I don't. That's what I do not like, because they'll find little ass scriptures in the Bible that be like, if a man feeds one kid, it's healthy, but if he feeds a village, then it's like they'll find a little scripture that doesn't even like, it barely has
But
any
okay,
meaning
wait,
to it,
back up,
and
back
then
up, back
go
up.
to the masses
Thou
with
shalt
it.
not
But
kill.
like,
So, wait. What are the commandments in the first place? The commandments are
I don't
10.
know, but I know.
Let me tell you what it is. First of all, it was Moses, who was super big in the Bible. He prophesied the Bible. He walked with Jesus and everything. He was on a mountain, and God spoke to him, and that's where the commandments came to. And he wrote them down on a tabernacle. And from that tabernacle got translated to the Bible, and that's the Ten Commandments. So they were the Ten Commandments for the people. And for the people is the people. I mean, if you're giving out rules to people, I mean, depending on what the rule says, obviously it's amongst the people, you know? So thou shalt not steal. What, you're going to steal from a chicken? What are you going to steal from a chicken? Eggs? You know what I mean? That doesn't apply to like animals and things like that, you know what I mean? It applies to people. Steal from other people, kill other people, you know? Adultery of other people and like, you know,
It's
stuff
not
like
based
that.
on people.
That it is based on people.
Rules.
What's the 10th commandment? I think the 10th commandment, it goes something like, thou shalt not envy other people's belongings and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Stuff like if someone bought something, oh, I'm gonna buy it because I
But
want
that's
it too,
not okay.
because
But
I want to have it.
if you're gonna
Stuff
follow
like
it,
that. That's a commandment too. You know, things like that. And that's also following it to like the tip of the mouth, like exactly what it says. That's what you're doing. You know, everybody lies on daily, so everybody breaks commandments. But that was the commandments for the people at that time. You know what I mean? Now there's a New
what I'm
Testament.
saying is they contradict themselves all the time. They say that they believe in this. They believe that all people are created equal and all people this. And then as soon as you bring up a gay person, gay is wrong, that's the devil and shit like that. Like, how can you say all people are created equal and then say gay people are the devil and
No, they are.
Jesus
Gay people are
They're
also
what?
people. The what? That
Oh.
makes no sense. Gay
I
people
thought you
are
were
also
saying
people.
the other devil.
No. What I'm trying to say is, though, gay people, okay, every gay person chose to be gay. They were
no,
born
they
into
didn't.
it.
You
They
don't
were
believe so?
chose to be.
Exactly. Why do you believe they
They
chose
grew
to
up
be gay?
with a different, mindset, the different, and then that applies to their own
How did they
socio-economic
choose to be gay?
barriers, their
How do you
environment.
choose to be gay?
What do
can't
you mean?
choose to be gay,
Yeah,
Missy.
yeah, you do. You
People choose to be gay, yes,
you
but
have a
that's their
sexual
true
attraction
feelings.
to the same gender. Or the same sex.
Do you choose to like women?
It's not what you choose; it's what you get aroused to, bro. It's just what like what
Exactly.
you want.
So they didn't choose to be gay. They like fucking men. How they can't control it.
God.
They
You
can't
know-
control it. So how can you say God made everybody equal and then call gay people or people that
But like, okay, wait, let's back up. So where did all this stuff happen? When? Because I mean, back then in the days, like the 17, 1800s,
There was homosexuality back then.
it wasn't
What
a
do you
big thing
mean?
as it is today.
Yes,
It
it
was not. No,
was.
it was not.
You're crazy.
No.
Now you're crazy. You're
Now
crazy.
it blew up now, and what I'm trying to say is it started with a few people,
No,
and sin is
it-
sin, bro.
No, bro.